start with the blue. Bring the corners to the front to match. Orange goes in this direction. Up, up, down, down. If I set my absolute center before I begin, this center one will not have a parity. On a 4x4 I don't have that option. On these other ones I don't. On the side ones I don't have an option. So there either will or won't be a parity. It's a flip of the coin. So now I'm going to work on this one. Red to blue, bring the red to the front. Just going in this direction. So out, up, in, up, out, down, in, down. This is placed. Let's look at the next one I'm going to work with, which is this one. Hold the top, rotate the cube to the corners, match the front. It's going in this direction, so away, up, in, second up, away, down, in, second down. And because I did the whites and yellows first, that white is my visual clue to make sure I don't forget or which row I'm working on. So these all have yellow, so I come over here. This one doesn't have yellow. Oops. Okay, hold the top, rotate the cube till the corners match the front. Second color is orange. It's going in this direction. Away, up, in, second up, away, down, in, second down. That has yellow now, so I go to this one. Hold the top, rotate till the corners match the front color. Determine which direction it's going, which is this one. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, here's one that doesn't have yellow. Already matches the front corner, and it's going in this direction. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, these all have yellow. Let's look at the back. This one has a yellow, this one, these two do not. And they're the same color, I can treat it as one. Hold the top, bring the corners to match the front cover color, and determine which direction it's going. It's going this way. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. These all have yellow. Look at the other side. They all have yellow. Okay, so set the top and see what is not correct. This one's not correct. These three all need to be placed, so all three of these rows are going to work on. So I'm going to work with these three as if they are one. So away, up. I'm going to do all at the same time because I can. I always work with the biggest block at a time. That's not counterproductive, because sometimes when I'm working on one thing, something else will just automatically find its way. Greens in front, hold the top, match the color to the corners, determine its direction, and move away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Go to the next cube that doesn't have yellow. Hold the top, rotate the cube till the corner matches the front. Determine its direction and move it away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Select your next incorrect cube. Mind you, I'm not looking to say, where is my orange and blue? I'm just finding a cube that's wrong and placing it. Saves my inspection time. So, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Set my cube. Oh, I should not have done that. I should not have done the center one. I should have worked with this one. That's okay. Nothing. It's all good. Just means I'm going to have to do the centers again. Okay. Match the front. Determine its direction. Up. Up. Down. Down. Find one that doesn't have yellow. I'll work with that one. Match the front corners. Determine its direction. Up. Sorry. Up. Down. Down. This remote tells me which way to go. All right. Green to red. Match the front. Determine its direction. Up. Up. Down. Down. Okay. This has yellow. I'm going to work with that in a minute. This one doesn't have yellow. Match the front. Determine its direction. And place. Up, up. Down. Down. Okay. These have yellows. Okay. So, I forgot to place these ones. So since the center row has this parity, it also has this parity. The corners are matched up, so the two parities cancel each other out. So I'm just going to go back to working on my side corners for that edge. And I'm going to place the edge by displacing something that's there. Going to place this yellow one here. Going to place this yellow and orange one. And now that parity is gone, and this this corner, when the yellow comes back to the top, we check the sides to see if they're correct, and these sides are not correct. So I'm going to take one of these incorrect ones and put it where the another incorrect one is. So up, up, down, down. It's not a parity until there's only two that are incorrect. Okay, bring the colors to the match. It's going this direction. Up, up, down, down. Bring the colors to the front. Going in this direction. Up, up, down, down. And now the white is still correct. We're looking at the sides. The sides are all correct. And there's two. Here's my parity. There's two things for the beginners. To keep the yellow, because I'm training them for yellow, I will place this cube down here, and I'll treat this row, the row that it lands on, as the one that needs a turn. But because we're color neutral at this point, if I turn the cube, then this row has both the parities, and so this is the row that I turn. Doesn't matter which way I turn. This way, this one is correct and these three are wrong. If I turn it the other direction, this one's correct and these three are wrong. Either way, one is correct, three are wrong, and so I can just place these three again. This is why I don't do the centers until the end. so that the centers don't confuse me. I'll show you what I mean when I do this one. So this cube is the one that needs to be displaced. So away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Red's on top. We're looking for what doesn't have red. Hold the cube, match the front corner. It's going in this direction. Up, up, down, down. Looking for what's not the top color. Rotate the cube till the front color matches the corners. Determine its direction and place. Out, up, in, up, out, down, in, down. Okay. Not top color is the blue. It's matching the front. It's going in this direction. Up, up, down, down. And when the top color comes to the top again, set the top, and the parity has disappeared. No memorizing algorithms, guys. This is my favorite part. Okay. If you did the center first, then when you get a parity like this, and you rotate your corner turn, this is what my son always does. As he starts working on these corners, he's like, wait, I can just do that. And then he puts the parity back in. So if I'm doing a parity this way, I will set the corners first, so that they remind me that which way is front. But I'm not going to do that right now. So this is incorrect. Place something from the top down there. Up, up, down, down. Bring the corner color to the front. Determine its direction. Up, up, down, down. Green's already matching. It's going this direction. Up, up, down, down. Not red matches the front. Other color is in this direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Now I set the top, and the cage is complete. The corners are correct to each other. The edges are correct to the corners, all of them. And that's how you do a parity. So now the 2x2 is solved on Monday. The 3x3 is solved today. And tomorrow we will work on the diagonal centers, which is also also B. But the B uses the top row and 2 center columns rather than the outsides. So quick demonstration on that. Here's a yellow, and then I'll leave you guys to get yellow. Yellow is going to go up to this point, so I want to bring my top so that that cube is the one that wants to come down, and then I move up, move it into a different row. If I go this way, it's still the same column. I have to move it into a different column. So that's my second up, reverse down, and reverse second down. So formula B, still formula B. You can use formula A, but only for one side. So I don't teach the newbies that, because if I do formula A, it changes all 6 corners, which is not a problem if it's the absolute center, because that needed to be changed. But if we don't want to start displacing things that are already correct. So that's today's tutorial. Hi again, Doug. Thank you for coming to chat with me, to see me. Are you getting ready for school or work? What do you do during the day? or you're busy getting ready for it and you don't have time to chat. That's okay too. I use the same alg for the last 2 centers on this 7x. Yes, that's actually how I came up with Formula B. I was trying to learn the 5x5, and I could get as far as the corners and edges, but I didn't know how to do the centers. So I went online and I found a 5x5 solution, but try to identify situations where instead of just cycling 3 circle centers, it's like, yes, always do the biggest block you can, because some of them are gonna set themselves while you're doing that. So I just took she's like, it doesn't matter which way you turn. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't matter which way you turn? Because it was for a floating center. But so I wrote it down very carefully, and then I translated it into arrows, little 5 arrows up and 5 arrows across. I hadn't narrowed it down to just the 2. And so I narrowed it down to just 2, and I'm like, okay, this is what it looks like. What happens if I do that on a 2x2 that only has 2 rows? And I realized that it did the corners. Too old for that. Okay. So I realized that Formula B, if you do it on 2x2, it does the corners. And I said, well, what happens if I do it on 3x3? And it did the edges. So then I spent the next 5 years figuring out how to do the entire cube with just those 2. Yeah. All right. Cubing a lot. Cubing is fun. Cubing for me is meditative. It helps clear my mind because, well, number one, I don't have to worry. I don't have to think about which algorithms I need to use and when, because I just have Formula B. But cubes, for me, ever since way back from 81 when I started, is like, okay, if I do this thing, the cube responds this way. And it was consistent unless I made a mistake. And to my teenage head, there was very few things in life that were consistent, where if you do this, you get the desired results. And so that became therapeutic for me to solve my cube. So, all right. Time for me to go. I'll be back tomorrow to do the diagonal centers, which would be the ones that have to go in a specific direction. For example, this yellow, if I move it to the top, I can only go this way. I can't go this way because it stays in the same row. And if I stay in the same row and do that, and then down and then down, I realize that I have made a mistake and have to go back to solving edges again. So that's one of the ways you can make an error. So I will fix that again. And so your process of elimination, you're trying to find the best thing that works best for you. My Duncan cube is too loose for my tastes. I can't use that one. So that's going to be something that I will end up raffling off. I like this one, though, because it turns nicely. I'm old enough to remember when the cubes, there were no finger tricks. You had to it took 2 hands to do each one. And also, this was before lube, and so what we would do is we would take a cube out. Well, the people that I knew did. Take the cube out, sprinkle some baby powder in, some talcum powder in, and then put it back, and then twist it to make it smoother, because we didn't have lube back then. We did, but it ate plastic, so we couldn't do that. So, okay. Well, I hope you have a great day, and I will be back here tomorrow. And the rest of you all, I hope you have a good day as well. And I will see you later, Doug. Thanks for following me.